Tilray Brands, ticker symbol TLRY. Big day coming up on Thursday. We're going to cover it live. Tilray Brands earnings. Can you afford not to be there? Earnings season is approaching and we'll be kicking it off with many earnings a day, maybe 6 earnings a day. There are 3 of us on the team, soon to be 4, by the way. So we could do 12 earnings a day. Anyway, right now we're focusing on Tilray. Now, as you know, I warned of this one. I told you that Tilray Brands could go to $100 with full regulation change rescheduling. Trump, of course, signed an executive order. I said, be careful. That doesn't mean anything in itself. You need policy change at Tilray. On Thursday, we cover live the Tilray earnings with Erwin Simon. We're going to be there live, everything behind the scenes, everything you need to know about the real value of Tilray Brands. Will they change policy? Will they mention what Donald Trump did? Remember, all he actually did was sign a piece of paper. It has not gone through. You may remember about a year ago, live on the show, I had a tip-off and I shared it on the show. I have a White House press room contact. I told you exactly what the price would be at exact moment it would do it. And I was right. My members who watched that show saw it to the penny, to the second, what it would do. Remember, guys, manipulation, it's terrible and it's disgusting. It happens all the time. That is the game you are in. So many of you decided, against my thoughts, to go out and buy Tilray on a pump. You're now holding the bag once again. There was no need. You were in at pennies and you bought it on the pump. I said, take the profit. Many didn't. They stayed there. And since then, it's been crashing down. On Thursday, we'll get to hear from Erwin Simon about what's really important. Will it be built into the new structure of the business? Will the executive order actually get passed? Will anything actually happen? Until it does, it means nothing. It's speculation and gambling. I don't gamble with my money. I never gamble with my money. I look at value and numbers, and I can't be more in than I am at the moment. I am 100% in with every penny on Coca-Cola because I read numbers. Join me on Thursday for the Tilray Brands earnings. What are we going to get? Is it going to pop up or is it going to crash? We'll find out from the earnings. Be very careful. Until we have full rescheduling and it's built into the business model, it means nothing. It just allows those that can manipulate the stock to take it up, to bring it back down. Remember what I've always said. I would rather buy Tilray Brands for $40 knowing it's going to $100 than guess and be holding the bag and be able to do nothing and unable to take advantage of other businesses I could be owning while I'm waiting and I'm out of the money. There's nothing worse than losing money and just being out of the money waiting. There'll be some of you who say, only invest what you can afford to lose. Rubbish. I hate that statement. Never afford to lose money. If you take care of the pennies and the cents, the pounds and the dollars will take care of themselves. Focus on the value, because you might say, well, I've not lost money. It's okay. I'm just out of the money at the moment. Because you're out of the money, you can't use that money to buy another business which is making money. So while you're sitting around waiting for something to happen, which may or may not happen, you've got nothing. You're just sitting there waiting. That's a bad way to fly. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. I'll also pin to the comments. I will put the Tilray Brands event you cannot afford to miss. Tune in for the Tilray Brands earnings. We'll cover it live. Be there. You won't want to miss it because I think that this will tell us everything we need to know. And that's what I'm listening for is, do we have real change? Over here, I'll put the event itself, the Tilray Brands live earnings, and down here, I'll put the Tilray Brands playlist with everything you need to know and everything I've ever said, nothing deleted, nothing edited, all in that playlist. Go and check it out. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.